We're back in England. Welcome to episode 13 of Pub Foot with Miles and Jimmy. Jimmy's looking a lot better than last time after he left me by myself to go and have a little bit of a hangover vom.
Bit of me time.
That makes it sound like something else. We're going to be looking ahead to game week 7 of the Premier League today. Jimmy's come dressed to blend in with our West Ham shirt behind him. I've just noticed that.
That's good colour, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't want to talk too much about the Carabao Cup for obvious reasons. So we're going to go through this weekend's fixtures quickly before we crack into it. 12:30 Saturday kick-off, the early one. Sheffield United at home to Liverpool. Going to 3 o'clock games, Aston Villa host Burnley. Bournemouth host West Ham. Chelsea host Brighton. Norwich will be travelling to London to face Crystal Palace. Spurs will be hoping to get back on track with a win at home to Southampton. And then in the late kick-off on Saturday, Everton hosting Man City. On Sunday, one game, 4:30 at the King Power Stadium. Leicester City will be hosting Newcastle. And Monday Night Football is going to be huge this week.
Big game, yeah.
Old Trafford, Man United versus Arsenal. Okay, right, start at the top.
Yes.
Sheffield United against Liverpool.
Yeah.
Sheffield United have impressed me this season. Then they go and lose to Sunderland midweek.
They did, yeah. Quite convincingly
At
as well.
home.
Yeah.
Beat Everton at home away last weekend. We thought, geez, they're doing all right.
Great result.
This is a game I think they might lose.
Well, I don't know. It depends. I didn't really see their team news from the week, but I can imagine they made a heck of a lot of changes, like most of the Premier League sides.
Yeah.
And to be fair, they don't care about that. They just need to stay in the Premier League.
Yeah, but it's Liverpool.
It is, agreed. And I'd like to believe Bramwell Lane will be bouncing and they'll give it a right good go.
I don't. What?
That kind of worked.
Yeah, you almost got the stadium right. I think you said Bramwell Lane.
Oh, I said Bramwell. Thank you very much.
I think that the atmosphere is going to be superb. These are the games that you want to come up to the Premier League.
Under the lights.
Under the lights. It's 12:30, mate.
Sorry, it's been a long week.
How cloudy do you think it is over here? I know we're not in Lanzarote anymore, but it's not exactly
early doors.
Doom and gloom.
Sorry.
I think that Liverpool will go with a strong side because they played the kids in midweek. Brewster played. I'm glad to see Harvey Elliott game.
Harvey Elliott was absolutely brilliant.
He's a very good player. He's going to be one. I think that he'll start to break into the matchday squad.
I hope so.
But then again, you know, is the expense of someone like Adam Lallana, who I think should move?
Yeah, a bit disappointed. Gomez only played in that one and probably won't be playing at the weekend. It starts to slightly annoy me.
I mean, I guess why change your winning formula?
Yeah, agreed. As you say, I think they're going to have way too much for Sheffield United. I'd like to see Billy Sharp. Is he suspended?
Billy Sharp suspended. He got a straight red, didn't he? Question.
Yes.
FIFA World 11 came out this week.
Yes.
Do you think that Alexander-Arnold and Robertson should both have been in there?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
At the expense of, because they put in, was it Ramos, Van Dijk and De Ligt, and they've shoehorned one as a right back. Do you think they should be picking 2 of those and playing proper fullbacks? I don't think Marcelo should have been there.
No, not in a million years. They were the best team in Europe last year. I thought it was mainly based on that, and they are probably the best fullbacks in the world.
Yeah, and you think they should pick fullback? I think they should pick fullbacks in the world.
Of course they should. If it's a 4-2-4-3-3?
Yeah, 4-3-3.
Make it up stuff.
Yeah, I think they put De Ligt the right back. I would have put. I think Alexander-Arnold and Robertson should have done it.
Yeah, I don't understand why Ramos is in it. Ramos has been terrible. But yeah, that's fair enough.
There you go. I think there's Ramos anyway. There's definitely another.
Varane maybe.
Don't know.
Probably
Can't remember. I just know that those 2 weren't.
Yeah.
Anyway, so give me a score prediction, please.
I'm going for a convincing 3-0 win to Liverpool.
I was going to agree. Damn it.
I can't see Sheffield United scoring.
No, but then I can see them. I can say no, I can't as well. They're not going to score against Van Dijk. 2-0. I think that it's one of those games that could be. If they set up properly, they could.
Yeah, if Liverpool score early, it could be
6.
It could be a cricket score. Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, it's a rubbish cricket score. Aston Villa Burnley next game. Villa in.
That's a massive game for Villa. Massive.
Did they get through? They did, didn't they?
They did. They beat Brighton away. Good result, but they should have got something against Arsenal last week.
Yes, they really should have.
Against 10 men, winning 2-1. Got to get at least a point. And they need to start getting points in the Premier League. They are struggling.
Yeah, and I think that this is not the game it's going to be easy to get them against.
This is a big one. If they can get through this one and get 3 points, that's a massive plus. But I agree with you. I think they're going to struggle.
Burnley, I just like Burnley. There's not much to say about Burnley because they are just Burnley.
Lineup's the same. Play the same way. Get results. There's nothing to say, is there?
Sean Dyche does such a good job there. And they're the type of club that the worst thing for them almost is ambition because... they decide, oh, let's try and qualify for Europe. They might go, oh, Sean Dyche isn't getting us there. Let's try and get a new manager in.
No,
they do exactly what Stoke's done.
Yeah,
they are the new Stoke. They are just going to stay in the league because they're going to be hard to beat.
You want players who want to go there to be a part of the team. You don't want kind of big-headed players there. They just work well, don't they?
They're almost like an old school team. They're the team that I reckon would win if there was a proper beer drinking contest in the Premier League. Like if you think about it, like they start. I read Peter Crouch's book while we were on holiday. And he talks about all the stories about going out, and it's always with the Sean Derrys, and those the sort of the old players, the Ray Parlours back in the day. That Burnley side is the closest thing we've got, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Ben Mee sinking a couple of
James
lagers.
Tarkowski.
Yeah,
what a team.
Okay, can I have a score prediction, please, Jim?
I've slated Villa quite a lot so far, but I'd like to think Villa might nick a win because they need to. I'm going to say 1-0.
I'm going to go 1-1. I think that Burnley will be too hard to beat, and I think I think they've got enough players in form to nick goals.
Yeah, Mings had a bit of a shocker last week. Hope he picks his performances up a little bit.
Yeah, because there's another international centre back we'll mention later. Well, not international yet, who I think could be an outside bet for the Euros.
Yeah, I know where you're going. Yeah,
Chelsea player.
Yeah,
Bournemouth hosting West Ham.
That's not what I was thinking of, but yeah.
No, yeah. Bournemouth hosting West Ham. I think that Bournemouth have been very good this season.
Lost in the week.
They lost in the week, but they've been very good so far in the Premier League. And again, in the week, it's one of those things where early stages of Carabao Cup, they rest players, they try new things.
Yeah, Burton's difficult to go to. It's not the end of the world.
And unlike teams like Spurs who should be winning a trophy, I'd say for teams like Bournemouth, the Premier League's more important.
I completely disagree.
I'd go for the FA Cup more than the Carabao.
That was exactly what I was going to say. That exact same thing. I think the League Cup comes too early. Yeah. Once you consolidated your position in January, FA Cup comes into play. You go, we're not going to go down, we're probably not going to get to Europe, let's give it a right good go.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I hope they do.
Like Watford did last season.
Agreed. Yeah. And they could win it. They really could. If they get the right kind of draw, they'll be all right.
Yeah, there's always an outlier, like Wigan, Portsmouth.
Of course there is. They always get a team who will somehow make it.
Cardiff made a final and Millwall made a final 15 years ago.
Good.
Right, Bournemouth versus West Ham. I think that Bournemouth, like I said, I think they've played well. I think West Ham are starting to find their stride. I thought West Ham were excellent against Man United. I thought they looked very good. They looked the far better team, and that's why they won. I think that the balance. I tell you who surprised the hell out of me. Mark Noble was great.
Mark Noble's absolutely brilliant last week. He just did everything right. He kept the ball simple. He won tackles. He worked hard. He was brilliant.
He was everywhere.
Yeah, for me, both of these teams are, Bournemouth especially, I think they're better away from home, which means I think they might struggle. They don't do well at home. They just do struggle to get points. I think more space on the counter. They've got the team who can just,
that's true.
Forward at pace.
Last week, I thought they were great against
I think West Ham better at home, but who knows?
I think the West Ham, I really like them. I really like them. I just really like them. Last week, I just thought they were very good. I think the balance of their side was great. I think losing Ryan Fredericks isn't brilliant, and now we're saying this off the back of getting absolutely hammered.
I was just about to mention this. They got absolutely slaughtered by
Oxford United.
And there was a great bloke on TalkSport, I don't know if you heard him, absolutely slating the team.
They videoed him, didn't they?
So funny.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Yeah, best thing I've heard.
But at the same time, it's not the best team.
No, exactly. Second straight, doesn't matter.
And it's the Carabao Cup. It's one of those things where, it was a shocking result.
Yeah.
However, I think that when it comes to Premier League, that performance against Man United was great, but then they have a habit of beating Man United at the moment.
And at the end of the season, you'll look back and go, was it the worst thing in the world, was it?
No, because I think that I like Felipe Anderson. Yeah. I really like him. I thought Fornals looked all right. He went a little bit missing, but I think he's tidy, and he did the job. But
Haller's brilliant at holding the ball up, so good.
Haller is so important to that team. He's what they were missing last season. Arnautovic wasn't a hold-up
player. He's a better and more fit version of Andy Carroll.
Yeah, he is.
He's just better.
Yeah, he's quicker as well. He's got better feet. He's very good. I really like him. Yeah. What do you think the score's going to be in this one, mate?
I'm going to go for a away win. I'm going to go 2-1.
I'm going to go 3-1 because I think the Bournemouth will come at them if West Ham score. And I think that as we saw last weekend, West Ham have got some very good players going forward. Yeah, and having someone like Jack Wilshere to come off the bench, I thought he looked great.
He's very, very handy. Yeah,
but Rice and Noble, you couldn't drop them off the last weekend.
No,
so he'll be on the bench again. unfortunately for him. Oh God! Oh no, that's next.
No.
Before we go to the Palace game, which is the game of the weekend, Chelsea at home to Brighton. Chelsea are starting to have some players coming back in, and it's going to help massively. Hudson-Odoi scoring and starting, and playing 90 minutes in midweek. Reece James looks superb.
And he scored, didn't he? He scored,
yeah, he did score. They did score 7, so they shared them out. But
even me and you would have scored that one, mate.
Yeah, my problem with Reece James is, as Puluqueta's club captain, it's going to take at least a month longer than it should for him to misplace him.
We'll see. He's not playing very well, as Puluqueta.
No, he's not, but
I think there's a point where you go, well, this game would be a great one for him to come into.
But he won't.
No, we'll see.
And, he started midweek, he's just come back from injury, you can't overdo it.
And don't discount Brighton. We know what happened when Sheffield United went to Stamford Bridge. I also think Brighton are a better side, so...
Oh, yeah, I like my Brighton all.
Yeah, can't seem to win at home, Brighton, but very good on the road. We'll see what happens. I think they're going to just probably not have enough quality.
I heard people talking on the radio before on Love Sport about how they think that Chelsea will finish in the top 4, so I think they're very good going forward. I'm a bit sceptical about that. I look at them going forward and I think, yes, Hudson-Odoi is good. Tammy Abraham, for me, he's scoring at the moment, but the jury's still out on him.
It's the midfielders who aren't going to pitch in with enough goals.
Kovacic
is going to score goals.
Barkley might. Popping up
Mount is on a great run, but that will come to an end, like you say.
You think?
I think so. He's not going to score every other game, is he?
Now Captaincy's back, they look better. They actually looked really good against Liverpool. I thought they were the better team in large parts.
Chelsea, I think are going to finish top 4. They've got enough quality, and as you say, everyone's starting to come back at the right time.
Yeah.
And with that squad depth, and if they can get the formation and personnel right, I really like Chelsea.
They've got some good young players. I saw today the 2008 or something like that under 8s. 11 of the 13 of them are now professional footballers. 4 of them are in the Chelsea academy. One of them's at Man City.
Nice.
There's Ryan Brewster up at Liverpool.
Yeah, nice.
They've got that. That's the academy with Reece James in it, and Mark Guehi came on.
Yeah.
That youth academy back then, and it just shows how many players Chelsea, because there are a lot of players around Europe who came through the Chelsea academy.
Yeah, of course there are.
Chelsea just never gave a chance to. This is the best thing that's happened to Chelsea, I think, getting some of these players.
Chelsea will reap the rewards of this for years to come.
Players who want to play for Chelsea.
It's the best thing that could have ever happened to a club. I'd love it to happen at Arsenal. Love it. Probably Spurs happen as well.
Yeah, not so much
because
we've bought a lot through.
We've got a lot of youngsters who, if we had a transfer ban, it'd be great to see them just given a run.
Poch brings them in.
Yeah,
I'm not so worried about that at Spurs. Okay, so
I'd be worried about other things, to be honest.
yeah. Well, we'll come to that. Brighton, like we said, we think they're better than Sheffield United. I like them, but I think they're going to be very inconsistent. I like Graham Potter. I think that the only goal for this season has got to be, whether it's by goal difference or anything, 17th.
Yeah, agreed.
Get 17th, then give Graham Potter the next season to see if he can build the side.
Agreed.
I think that this one will be a step too far for them. I know we can't rule them out, but I actually think Chelsea look like they're hitting their stride a little bit. And they won at Stamford Bridge in the Premier League this season.
What?
No. But I think this will be the one. 3. I think Abraham's going to score again as well, even though I said the jury's out. Game of the weekend, Crystal Palace hosting Norwich City. It looks awful. And I think Norwich will win.
Yeah, it's a game for Norwich. These are games Norwich have got to win. They need to stop thinking about the City game from a couple of weeks ago. That's gone now.
I love
win
that.
The games. Win the games you need to win.
I love that. So it was Charlie Nicholas's predictions, and he predicted Burnley to beat Norwich, and all the Norwich fans are going on, we just beat the champions. You think we're going to lose to Burnley? Obviously, yes. That's exactly what happens when you're in that sub position in the table.
Yeah, I think Norwich are going to win as well. They've got to win these games. These are the ones. I'm not sure how they're doing injury-wise still. I think they might still be struggling.
They're still struggling a bit, but again, Palace are better on the road, I think. Palace have picked up way more points than I thought they would have.
Yeah, I really want them to go down.
I don't particularly like them.
No, Zaha's not playing very well. Even they're still picking up points. It's really annoying.
Yeah, Zaha's driving his price down. That's for sure.
Yeah,
they still won't sell him.
Yeah, they seem to struggle at home, Palace, don't they? They really do.
They can't break teams down, and it's because players like Zaha, and this is why he's not worth £80 million. He's great at running in behind, but he's not good at standing a player up.
It makes you think they'll play into Palace's hands playing Norwich, because Norwich are going to give it a go. And they might leave space. They're not going to sit there and go, come on then, break us down.
You would have thought that against City, though. There we go, and they won.
But they did the right things. They pressed. They won the ball high. they did the right things.
Which I think they can do against Palace.
Yeah, agreed.
And that's where Palace are weak. They're playing the ball out from the back isn't their strength. Gary Cahill's never been great at that.
No.
He's not terrible,
James
but he's not great.
Still is terrible.
James Tompkins is there. Martin Kelly's not a superb fullback. Ward right back.
Poor, yeah.
Van Arnholt's not bad.
No.
I don't mind Van Arnholt.
No.
I'm surprised that he never moved to a slightly higher team than Sunderland and Palace. I thought he would have been good at a West Ham or something. I think he's been a good player.
He can't defend, that's a problem.
Everton.
Yeah.
I think he's been a decent player.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay, I think this is going to be a 2-1 away win.
Yeah, I will go 1-0 away.
1-0.
It's going to be tight and rubbish.
He's going to score, and Campbell, of course. Two best
Good
players
old
in Norwich. Your second team.
dance.
Tottenham.
Oh God, it's brilliant. You were absolutely rubbish against Rochdale. It was so
Colchester,
fun.
thank you. It was Man United, Rochdale.
Oh, okay, no problem. Not a 16-year-old scoring against you. No problem.
No, we didn't get the 16-year-old. We just didn't manage to score. They scored against them.
Yeah, and you had
0-0.
quite a strong side as well.
At the end of the game, we did. So the starting lineup for Spurs, I think, was Gazzaniga. Sanchez played at the back with Tanganga, who I think apparently had a good game. We weren't in trouble at the back though. Tanganga coming through. I like seeing this thing I like about the Carabao Cup is getting these youth players some experience, but it's not a good experience. Walker Peters one side, Ben Davies the other. We had 3 holding midfielders.
We have wings play.
No, we had Dyer, Wanyama, and Skip. That's why you don't win games.
God,
There has to have been a midfielder who can play in the lines there. There must be someone in the youth team who can get forward a bit better than, because Skip's all right, but surely. And then we had Troy Parrott up front, who looks like a very good player, with Delhi.
Come on, so that's
Delhi on one side and someone else. Don't really care. Oh, Lamella maybe. No. Someone else.
There's real issues at Spurs at the moment.
It was dreadful.
There really are.
Might have been Lucas Moura starting actually.
Yeah, I don't quite know what's going on at Spurs. They're really struggling.
There's a few things. So obviously the dressing room is divided, which is the biggest problem at a lot of clubs. It happens quite often. It seems to happen way too often these days. Player power. Eriksen is the driving factor in that for me, because I look at the players on the pitch and people have been saying Alderweireld shouldn't be playing, Vertonghen shouldn't be playing. For me, this season, Alderweireld and Vertonghen haven't performed badly. They haven't looked terrible when they've played. Way better than Sanchez.
Eriksen has had one good game, and that's the first game of the season.
Eriksen, and that was to try and drive for
20
a move,
minutes.
Eriksen has been awful. Eriksen doesn't care. His penalty was crap.
Oh,
it was lazy. He missed the first penalty. His third penalty he's missed this season. He looked awful.
He's doing himself a massive not injustice.
He's doing some no favours.
Yeah, exactly. He's just driving this boy. It's going to be free anyway, but his suitors are going to go from people like maybe Atletico or someone in Italy to a bog standard team who aren't very good. Going, take him on a free.
I think he'll end up at PSG or Juventus. To be personally honest, I think Real Madrid should steer clear of him, because I just don't think he's good enough. I don't think he's better than Modric. I think he could be cut. He had the potential to do it.
He's not quick enough either. That's his biggest issue.
He's not. That's why I've always said he should maybe move to a deeper line playmaker role. But no, I'm bored of him now. I think we should have got rid of him in the summer. I said this from January last year. He was terrible in the bit of going through last year.
Shame Lo Celso's injured, because he could have come in and started showing what he can actually do. And that's the problem, you don't really have anyone else. Dele Alli's not good enough at the moment.
No, he's been bad as well. I really hope that Eriksen's on the bench this weekend, or out of the squad. If he's in starting up, I won't be happy.
I've got a feeling he's going to be starting.
I just don't know why he would. I don't know why Poch will start him, because he's the player that Poch's talking about. Like, players have got different agendas, putting in the right direction. Sack him off then.
Do you reckon Poch should leave? I would.
This is the thing. The best managers go through slumps. Sir Alex Ferguson went through some slumps when he first started at Man United. He had to there was a couple of years where Arsenal won the league, and he had to rejig his squad and get rid of some of the players that maybe.
Do you think if Zidane got sacked, he would think about it?
Oh, absolutely. I think you'd be stupid not to.
I think he should go.
I'd
rather go and manage Madrid.
This is my thing. People are saying Poch should be sacked, and I've been thinking about this a lot, because I have said a couple of times on this show that has he taken us as far as he can? He's got a massive opportunity if we do manage to reinvest some money, get some money out of the stadium, whatever. I know we've refinanced it, and get some players into the squad, because this is the season now where we're seeing the backlash, of not signing players. Last season, we had the season before, it looked fine. It's this season where they've become settled, and yes, we brought a couple in, but these players, they're not playing for the club anymore. Last season was the season where it sort of started to go down a little bit towards the end of the season. This season's the one where
I think after that Champions League final, you should have got rid of Rose. Trippier's gone, fair enough. You should have got rid of Tongan, probably should have got rid of Adavira, got rid of Ericsson. You should have literally started again and gone, right, here's 200 million, we're going to get loads of players in. We're going to get a proper game.
We spent almost 100 million, mate.
But you did, but you're still stuck with players who don't really want to be there.
No,
that's
I
the biggest
agree.
problem.
And I think that Poch...
And he wanted to probably bring in more players to refresh, like managers do, bring in new blood. Yeah, agreed.
Poch, the best player developer in the world.
Tactically not as good as I think he is.
And this is what I think. He's great, and he's great for Spurs, but he's not perfect.
Doesn't make changes quick enough.
Doesn't make changes quick enough. And the changes he makes. Last season, there was a few instances where we'd be 1-1 against a team like Wolves or the Fulhams and that. He'd bring on Llorente, and we keep just popping the ball around the edge of the box.
There
was one game where we used Llorente properly. Champions League semi-final second leg. Get it to Trippier, get it in the back, get it Ericsson dropping deep, pick the ball up, ping it up to him.
Absolutely dominated De Ligt as well.
He looked world class for 15 minutes against Ajax. And he wasn't a bad player for the rest of the season, but we never played to his strengths.
You should have kept him, he's doing really well.
We should have kept him. Yeah. We never played to his strengths. That was the problem with Llorente at Spurs. And people go, oh, Llorente. If we'd have brought him on and give it Trippier's feet, whip it in, run off him, we would have won games that we drew last season. That's a problem with Pochettino for me. That is one problem. However, I keep him because I think it's something he can learn from. And I think that in terms of player development, he will get the best performances out of young players that we can. And I think that we've still got young players. That was the new leather couch. We've still got
animated there, aren't you?
Yeah, accidental wind. We have got young players coming through that look good, like Troy Parrott, and Pochettino's the perfect manager to bring him in to build him up to the level of the second striker for Spurs.
Your one saving grace is slightly the fact that you haven't really lost any ground with the other teams around you.
Yeah, we're lucky.
That is your biggest thing. Like Arsenal have been terrible. United have been awful. Chelsea are stumbling as well.
The cogs are slowly.
And the thing you would think is you're suddenly going to start to hit your stride at some point, and you haven't lost any real ground. But
we've got to get through. This is.
You've got some big games coming up. You're buying next week.
Yeah, we've got to stay in touch till January. Clear, like Ericsson, available 30 mil. Apparently, wants to run his contract down so he can sign a more lucrative pre-contract
get rid of
agreement.
Him for 20. Get rid of him.
Just get him out. Get some players out. Bring a couple of players in.
Yeah.
And then from January, go right. This is our team now. This is Tottenham. This is not Tottenham et al. This is Tottenham and players who don't want to be here. This is Tottenham. This is a good Tottenham side.
Yeah.
Anyway. In saying that, Southampton lost last weekend, and on the road I think they'll be slightly better because they can run in behind. I still don't really fancy them, Southampton. I think they're a bit average.
I don't know. I think you're in trouble at the moment, and what's going on makes me think you might struggle again. I'm going to go for a draw. I'm going to go 1-1. I think you're going to struggle.
I'm going to back us to turn it around if Pochettino makes the right decisions. Kane coming back in will be a big one. I think that this might be like the Palace one where we look great at home. And then we go on the road and we struggle again next week. So
you got a big week this week.
Yeah, I think we need to win.
Bayern, and I think you got a horrible away game again.
Yeah,
you need
I'm
something at that point.
I'm going to back us 2-1. 2-1 at home. Into the late kick-off on Saturday. Well, that went for a while. Everton versus Manchester City. This is an interesting one for me because we don't know what Everton are going to turn up. Everton are the type of team that could upset City.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Do I think they will? Not a chance.
I'm not sure. This will be the first proper test of that City back four since the Norwich game. The Shakhtar game, they absolutely rolled them. Midweek, Preston absolutely dominated, and obviously Watford last week was a complete waste of time. This will be the first time I think they're going to get properly tested.
Do you think they're going to go with Fernandinho and Otamendi, or do you think this Garcia guy's going to come in?
No, I would go Fernandinho, get the experience. Goodison Park's quite a difficult place to go.
I was talking instead of Otamendi.
Well,
I
just have Fernandinho on his own at the moment. But yeah, they've got to go with experience. They'll dominate the ball anyway, but I'm just a bit concerned that I think Everton are going to score. Their concern is who the hell do you play up front at the moment? Calvert-Lewin's the only one scoring goals. We both hate him.
Yeah, we both just think he's not that good. Yeah. But he's not really scoring loads.
He scored in the week. Scored twice in the week. Did all right.
I think he'll start. I think they'll stick with him because Ken's not exactly hit the ground running.
Rubbish.
Is Tosin still there?
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
I thought he was like Galatasaray.
No, still there.
Oh God. Yeah, he's crap. It's hard with Everton because every time I predict them to do something, they do the opposite because they're so inconsistent.
It could be the game they win 2-0 and we go, what the hell's that? Where's that come from?
You know what I didn't realise about Man City? I looked at the world player. Cancelo was on the list for defenders.
He's a really good forward.
And he's gone to City to play second fiddle. Walker was above him. Walker was above him in the voting.
I think he could probably worm his way in by the end of the season. He's decent.
Yeah, I think City will win this. I really do. I think it's going to be. I think Everton will. No, I don't think Everton will score. I was going to say I think Everton will score. I really don't. I think that Delph will be there. I think he'll work his arse off because he wants to prove City wrong. But there was a reason he never got into the midfield because he wasn't good enough. 3-0.
3-1. I think Everton will score. I think it's going to be our favourite player, Cavalier.
Yeah,
I think it will.
Oh, Burnley might pop up with one. Or Dino, free set pieces. They're quite dangerous.
Yeah.
On Sunday's game, this is in my opinion, the third best team in the Premier League right now. Leicester City at home to Newcastle.
Most in form after the top two. Definitely, they've been miles better than everyone else.
Their midfield, we said this the other day. Their midfield is the best behind the top two. It might even be better than Liverpool's, more balanced because they don't have John Henderson.
Yeah, agreed. Their midfield is great, absolutely brilliant.
Vardy, superb. If I was Gareth Southgate, I'd be banging on the door for Vardy.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, definitely. I just love their squad. I really like Brendan Rodgers as well, and I hope he does a really good job. So they're going to absolutely steamroll Newcastle. Let's be honest.
Yeah, but again, they have been a little bit inconsistent at times this season.
Agreed.
They've done great in every game. Newcastle, I don't rate.
No,
Newcastle, I just don't rate.
Struggling.
You see, Andy Carroll's back in the squad, but they said he's going to struggle to be fit enough to start a game until December.
Well, he came on last week. Obviously, it's a massive roar, which is great.
Oh, that's good. I love that.
Did.
I love he's back. But Newcastle, they're just a bit rubbish, aren't they?
They're still, even 3-4 years after being promoted, they're still a championship side.
Yeah,
they
not
really
progressed.
Are. They've got Almiron who can't score a goal.
I don't think Almiron's. I think that you said
I quite like Almiron. He's just.
I don't. I think he's come from the MLS, and I think anyone can look good in the MLS.
I quite like him.
You look good in the MLS. Around. I'm sorry. You look good in the MLS. He goes to the Championship. That's the level.
Fair enough. But I quite like him. He's been terrible, but I like him. And Joe Linton's not. What was it? Joe Linton.
Joe Linton.
Yeah, he's struggling for goals. They are going to struggle. I can see it being about sort of 3-4-0. I wouldn't be surprised.
You didn't see that much? I'm going to go 2. I don't think it's going to be that.
I'll go 4. Why not? Why not? I think
Brave.
Maddison's on form. In time, it feels great. Out wide, they're doing really well. Barnes and Gray and whoever else plays out there.
Everyone else in the club. I do like Harvey Barnes though.
Yeah,
very good player.
Very good team.
On to Monday's game.
Huge.
Okay.
You better speed through this on Monday night, mate.
Yeah. Actually, we're going to have to, aren't we? We're not going to want to miss it.
No.
Manchester United are at home to Arsenal. It's Old Trafford. Arsenal have just named their club captain today, Granit Xhaka.
Happy birthday, Granit, as well.
Yeah.
Cheers.
You
You absolute prick.
You had some false hope this week when Rob Holding came out and said we're having like a
and he scored in the week, Rob Holding. I was just like, that's brilliant.
We're having a players meeting to determine who the new captain should be. I think that is a bad thing. I think the manager should pick the captain. I don't think it should go to the players. I understand.
I quite like the fact it does go to the players.
I don't, because I think then it becomes cliquey. So say it's a Man United and they're going against the manager, they just pick someone the manager doesn't fancy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think because the captain should be the bridge between the players and the ref, the players and the manager. Like you hear about Steven Gerrard steaming into Rafa Benitez's office, going, "What are you doing, picking this person over this person?" That's who the captain should be, not just everyone's best mate. Roy Keane was no one's best mate. Great captain.
He's no
great
one's best
leader.
mate. He's no one's best mate.
He's never. I don't think he has a friend. Yeah, I don't think he has a friend. Does he have a friend? He might have a friend. He's one of those people in his book says, I don't really talk to my brothers.
I'm going to say right now, his brother's changed allegiance for nationality. Maybe that's him. I think we're going to win. I really do.
I think Man United look rubbish.
We were very good in the week and we had a lot of youngsters playing and they played really well. Martinelli scored a couple of goals. Holding came back. Bellerin came back. Tierney plays.
Do you?
I really like the look of our team.
Do you throw all three of them straight back?
Yes, 100%. Man United are awful at the moment.
Who goes out then of the back four? Not obviously the fullbacks, but who goes out of Socrates and
Luis goes. He's rubbish.
Do you think that Emery's strong enough to do it?
He won't do, which is really annoying.
He
might change fullbacks. That's the only thing I think he might do.
And well, Maitland-Niles is suspended, so that's going to have to happen.
Yeah.
And so if Tierney's on the bench for Socrates and Holding's on the bench, are you going to be?
I think he's going to have Bellerin, Socrates, Louise, and Kolasinac. And I'm going to be really annoyed.
And I think that Mason Greenwood will start for United.
Yeah.
And I think that he will lick his lips at the opportunity there, because I think that he might think. Because I think if Holding had come in and the others had come in, he might have thought, oh God, this is going to be a bit more. But with David Luiz, he'll probably think, all I've got to do is knock it past him and he'll probably dive in at me.
True.
It's going to be difficult. Do you think Saka keeps his spot?
I think he will. He keeps playing at the moment. He's playing really well.
Yeah.
Even Reece Nelson scored in the week, which is good.
Martinelli scored.
Oh, he scored twice. The second goal was absolutely brilliant. We've got a really good squad at the moment. It's a little bit surprising
how playing that well.
We're playing terribly, but you look at the youngsters as well. They're coming in, they're playing well. Saka's done all right, Nelson's done all right, Willock's done all right. We've got a lot of youngsters at the moment. I quite like the fact they've been blooded.
When you played Liverpool,
yes,
you said he should be a bit cautious.
No, we're going to go for it.
You have got
100%.
to. If he picks Guendouzi, Torreira, and Xhaka,
do you think we're going to have Ceballos?
He's got to pick Ceballos.
Xhaka will unfortunately be playing, and Guendouzi next to him. I'm quite happy with that.
Apart from Xhaka, you'd rather Torreira.
And to be fair, like you say, Guendouzi's a bit of a so and so, but he's playing really well at the moment. Yeah, really well.
He's backing it up. You've got to back it up. I think the Man United are under serious pressure. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's finally sort of looking his age for the first time in his life. He's looking like a man under pressure.
Oh, big time. He's under massive pressure.
The glum look on his face in midweek against Rochdale summed it all up.
Yeah.
Great for that young boy.
16.
Matheson, is it? Matheson?
Yeah.
Did you see his post-match interview? And he's just like, they said, he said, I was meant to be at school today. I'm going to have to go in tomorrow on a day off. I've got a psychology test.
There's a photo of him next to Luke Shaw when Shaw came to this school. Yeah. It's like, what is going on? That's amazing.
But Man United were poor. Yeah. Good penalties, though.
I think Pogba played, didn't he? I think he played horrendously as well.
He's injured.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
He's injured. Martial and Rashford are both doubts. I think Greenwood will start. I think that Daniel James will play on one side. It wouldn't even surprise me to see Tahith Chong or Jesse Lingard on the other side.
I think we should win this game comfortably. It will be a typical game that we'll lose 2-0 and I'll go, what the hell was that? Yeah. It's going to classic. Man United will turn up out of the blue and have an absolute blinder and I'll go, oh, for God's sake,
you won't be able to get it past Harry Maguire. He'll play very well. Mason Greenwood will announce himself on the Premier League.
Like Rashford did back in the day. Yeah. Scored a couple of goals. It was absolutely brilliant.
That's what I think is actually going to happen.
Do you? I think we're going to win.
Score, please.
I'm going 2-0 Arsenal.
I think it's going to go 2-0 the other way. And this isn't Arsenal bias. I just think that Arsenal have been so inconsistent this season. And I know you've got these new players coming in. I don't think they're going to start. I just don't think Emery's got the bottle to chuck them straight in. I think that he's more likely, and it's not so much the fullbacks, it's Socrates and David Luiz. I think he's more likely to go to a back three than to drop either of those two for Rob Holding. I think Rob Holding is the unfashionable younger player. All the fans want to see him playing.
No, you got to play Holding. Holding was great before he got injured. Yeah, but came on in the week was great.
But I think that he's the one who kick up less of a stink in the change room if he's not playing.
I think time's got to change. We've got to start winning games, and you've got to go with your strongest team, even if they are back from injury. No offence to Kolasinac, he's not that great.
No, he's not.
Miles better.
Yeah.
And Maitland-Niles is not a right
he has only played in Scotland, so we're not really
He's very good in the week.
He was really good in the week against who was it?
Doesn't matter. No offence, Man United are just as bad as Rochdale.
Spurs look terrible. Yeah. However, he's only played in Celtic, so I'm looking forward to seeing if Tierney can make the grade, because if he can, he'd be a great player.
Quietly optimistic about Arsenal. We're going to start picking up a few wins and get a run going. Back us.
100%. Okay. Well, that's one way to end. Back yourself while you're wearing the colours.
I'm just going to go and Chanda. I'll be back in a minute.
Don't do that to me again. Thank you for watching episode 13 of Pub Foot with Miles and Jimmy. Remember, get those likes in, subscribe to the channel, please. Leave a comment, tell us what you think. You can disagree with us that Arsenal probably will lose this weekend.
No, they won't.
Thanks for watching. There's only one thing left to say. We'll be back on Monday, and cheers.
Cheers.